Welcome to another MUFART investigation. I am your host, Damien Ichabod. MUFART is what's the word? Amateur UFO Investigation Group. I do investigations into the night sky once or twice a week because we see a lot of UFOs around southern Massachusetts where I live. So I have a goal of getting them on camera, getting them on video, getting evidence of them on video, and that's what MUFART does. It's an evidence collection group for UFOs. I've been interested in UFOs since I was a kid. I've seen plenty of them. I've seen over 20 of them in 6 years. And I just want to get them on video, just to show off what I'm seeing. So I formed MUFART, which is a paranormal / UFO investigation group, to do this. I formed it as Terran Paranormal Alliance in 2006, I think. 2008. After I saw 3 UFOs in one night. And Terran Paranormal Alliance was changed to MUFART, Massachusetts UFO Filming and Research Team, later on when UFOs became the primary focus of it. Right now, it's half UFOs, half paranormal. I've gone back to the paranormal thing, but I don't investigate paranormal stuff in person. That's for other videos. I do it with Google Street View. Images captured with the Google Street View trucks. I try to see if there's something weird in the images. But my primary focus still is UFOs. Even though the name has changed from MUFART, M.U.F.H.A.R.T, to MUFART, M.U.P.H.A.R.T, which stands for Massachusetts Unknown Phenomena Anomaly Research Team, it still is mostly a UFO investigation group. I plan to do an investigation tonight into the night sky for an hour. I do them from 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning once or twice a week on clear nights only, or partly cloudy nights. I prefer partly cloudy nights because the things I see appear a lot on partly cloudy nights, not necessarily clear nights. Okay, we're doing an investigation tonight because I want to do 2 this week. Normally I'd only do once a week, but we're doing it from 1 to 2 a.m. tonight. I can't wait to do this. This is the second investigation done with the new camera and the first one done completely with the new camera. And I can't wait to pull this off. I'm going to have this thing on all night tonight. I have to charge it before we do it tonight, though. It's going to be an interesting time upstairs to see if there's anything unusual in the sky tonight. Tonight will be partly cloudy. And why is partly cloudy the best time to investigate UFOs? Well, there's one kind of UFO that I see a lot that a lot of people don't think exists, called the star-like UFO. It will pretend to be a star, act like a star, move across the sky like a star, but it's not a star. And I saw one a few nights ago, and last night, and the night before a few nights ago too. It was hovering in the sky on a cloudy night. You could barely see any other stars, and it was so bright it could not be a star. And it wasn't in the right position to be a star. The last time I saw it, last night, it was like 50 degrees up, and there's no star in the right position to be this thing. And I got it on camera. I don't know. This is definitely not a star. I see these all the time. On partially cloudy nights, you could tell whether it's a star or not, because sometimes you don't see stars on those nights, but partially cloudy nights are the best time to differentiate whether it's above or below the cloud level, too. And that's difficult to do on clear or cloudy nights. If it's completely cloudy, you can't tell if it's above or below the clouds. On a clear night, you don't even see clouds to determine that, so you can't do it then either. But it helps to determine if it's above or below the clouds on a partly cloudy night, so I go for partly cloudy nights most of the time myself. And if it's raining, I never do it. Or snowing. I never do it on a night where there's any kind of precipitation out, because that will make a lot of false positives appear on the camera. Snow reflects light a lot. Falling snow, I will have a whole bunch of false positives on the camera, and I don't want that. What else was I going to say? The star-like UFOs, generally, they're very difficult to see if they're not a star on a clear night. So that's why I don't do it on clear nights either. They're very difficult to determine if they're a star on a clear night, because you can't tell them apart from normal stars, because there's no atmospheric turbulence to make them give away the fact they're not stars, unless it's a cloudy night. If it's a clear night, they'll just look like a normal star, and you'll just assume bright star. So you have to, kind of look at the sky to see where stars are, and that's difficult. I have a star map for that, but on cloudy nights, it's much easier to determine if they're a star-like UFO or not, generally. Okay, the nighttime investigation has started. I just saw the UFO again on a fairly cloudy night. This may actually be a star this time, I don't know. It's just to the left of the tree around 1:05 a.m. What height is it? Just above the tree. Nothing unusual there besides that. Here's footage of the said UFO. Try to zoom in as close as possible I can to it. Sorry it's shaking so much. I'm having a little trouble. Okay, I saw a red light flash, really bright light out of the corner of my eye. Looked in the direction I saw it in and didn't notice it at all. Couldn't film it. One of the weirder sightings. I get these every once in a while. It's the first one I've had in a while that's red. Usually they're white. That's awfully bright. What the hell is that? Right light. That light. There it is. So, I'm going to try to zoom in on the trees so there's no light. That light I just saw was very similar to the light I saw last week. Hovering through the trees at a low altitude, couldn't see it for more than a split second, extremely bright. Wasn't a plane, didn't make a noise. Wasn't a helicopter, same thing. Moved too slow to be either. Wasn't a star, too low, too bright. Wasn't a satellite, same thing. Maybe a drone, I don't know, but either way it's unidentified, and that's all I really care about. Well, I'm about to retire in about 5 minutes. Besides that one weird light I saw, I didn't see anything else besides that and the other UFO. I filmed the other UFO pretty well, got a pretty good close shot for a second or so, but didn't do a very good job of it, honestly. The other light I caught for a split second, or maybe a little bit more if I enhance it and make it a little bit brighter, but I don't think I get more than that. An okay night tonight. It could have been a lot better, but it was not, at least it wasn't nothing, you know? At least I didn't miss something, like last time. Okay, it's the next day. What I saw last night wasn't all that substantial. I saw the same light in the sky I've seen 2 nights this week. And I also saw the other light and filmed it briefly, the one that moved through the trees. I didn't get it on camera good enough, I think. It's too slow and too low in the sky to be a plane. It is way too low. We're talking something the height of my house. Too slow as well. Very bright, no flickering lights. I saw it for a split second. I don't know what it could be. Car's headlight, maybe, but I doubt it because there's no road in that area. So, I don't know. I seen it on the other side of the sky, too, moving the other direction as well. So, yeah, that's not much of an investigation last night. I didn't really notice much. some flickering things out of the corner of my eyes. I didn't get it on camera, but we'll see what the footage picked up. Well, last night was an interesting but disappointing investigation at the same time. Besides the normal UFO I've seen over the last few nights and did manage to film again, I really didn't notice anything I got very good footage of. The other UFO, I only saw it for a split second and got it on footage for, a few seconds. I saw a few times of it popping up when I enhanced it, and I didn't notice on the normal footage in the camera. But besides that, I just really didn't notice anything else out of the ordinary. I'm going to keep an eye on the sky tonight when my parents are out to dinner to see if I see anything out of the ordinary. From down here, not from upstairs in my bedroom. But it's just, I don't know, it's just a very disappointing investigation in terms of real evidence. As for the second UFO, I want to quickly go into it because I think it's a very strange sighting. It is extremely low to the ground, and I want to show you exactly how low I am talking about right now. I see it in the trees up here. So it's about this height. About this height. Over the trees. So, what would be moving that low in the sky? It can't be a plane, they don't go that low. It can't be a helicopter, I would have heard it. This thing was silent. Maybe a drone, I don't know. It didn't have any flashing lights, and there was a weird drone spotted in my town in November this year, so I don't know, I'm thinking it's a drone. But I really don't know what this could have been. And it's honestly one of the weirder sightings I've had, because it just is very inexplicable. It's too slow to be a plane. Too low to be a plane, too quiet to be a plane. Doesn't have the right kind of lights to be a plane, and it's so low you would know it's a plane because planes always have these big bright white flickering lights on them. This thing just had one constant white light. And I don't know what it could be, and it was definitely not a car light or something because it was moving in the wrong direction. It was moving through the trees. So I don't know what the hell this was. A drone? I don't know. It's just an interesting sighting, but I really didn't get good film of it because what was happening is it was moving behind the trees. So whenever I try to film it, after a few seconds I saw it, it was moving behind a tree. I had to adjust my view, and I only had a few seconds to actually zoom in, and couldn't get really good zoomed footage of it. So I couldn't really get close to see what it was. And I'll never be able to do that with this thing because there's just not enough clear space where it moves. It's trying to hide itself from my cameras, apparently. Just a very weird UFO, but I managed to get it on film for maybe a split second or so. And you really won't tell by the footage what exactly it is, but I don't know. I've seen it really in the morning, early in the morning, like around 2 a.m. or so. For the last two nights in the last week, I've seen it in the morning around 1:30 or 2 in the morning. So just a strange sighting overall. All right, here's footage of that light I was talking about. There are two lights here. I paused it. The one on the left is just some kind of utility light, a red flashing light I see all the time that's attached to a pole in the trees. It's near some water tower maybe. The one on the right, this one here, is the UFO. This is an extremely bright light. And as you can tell, this thing will move slowly across the sky. Now it's gone. And I did see it a few more times. And I will pause it every time I notice it. There's two utility lights, by the way, not just one. I notice them all the time. They're very easy to mistake for UFOs and footage taken with this camera. But I know them when I'm seeing them because they blink and they stay in the same spot all the time, so they don't move. I'm just very familiar with that view. And it just blinked in the footage, the light. I got it for another split second. I mean, that's about how good footage I got on the investigation tonight. It wasn't all that good, really. It was actually kind of disappointing. It was extremely disappointing footage. At least I caught something. It's better than nothing like last time, but whatever this is, this footage won't really be able to tell what it is, honestly, and it's kind of sucky. But, you know, it's better than nothing. And, you know, if you're going to get footage, you'd rather get really good footage. But if you get footage, you know you're doing a good job. Unfortunately, I couldn't get great footage of it. But this is one of those things that's extremely difficult to get footage of, because the instant you try to film it, it will move through the trees. And once it moves behind a tree, you can't see it anymore, and you have to adjust your view. And I was very lucky to get footage of this for a few seconds. I really was, because I could have gotten it for no seconds at all. So yeah, this was the best I could get last night, but I will keep an eye out tonight to see if I see anything out of the ordinary. As for footage of the other object I saw, the one pretending to be a star, I got some damn good footage of it last night too. I want to quickly show that off and comment on that as well. This is the footage of it. I had a hard time zooming in, but I got really close this time to it, and this thing is pulsing constantly, and it doesn't look like the clouds are affecting it whatsoever. It's weird. When you see it moving around, it's my camera moving around. This thing wasn't moving very much at all. It was standing in the same place pretty much, but moving slowly across the sky, because I could judge the fact it was moving. But you see, I got really close here, and I couldn't tell what it was, but it looked like it was a bit too bright to be a star. Especially close up, you could see the brightness of it. It was just too bright to be a star. So to me, that means it's not a star. I just, with starlight, it simply doesn't pick up starlight. This camera for normal stars. If you have a real bright star at night, I haven't tested it on a bright star yet. I will have to wait till a clear night and look out the window and see if there's a star that is fairly bright, and see if it will make it look like this close up. I don't think this is a star. It was so dark out I couldn't see stars last night again, and this thing showed up again that night. In terms of that object, this is the best footage I could get of it. I got really good footage of it. I'm proud of the footage I got of it. Up close, it looks a lot like a little moon. It is very mundane looking close up, but it definitely is not a star. It's just too bright, and it's in the wrong place to be a star. But the weird thing is, last night it was in the right place to be the star Arcturus, and I knew it's not a star because it's so bright it can't be a star. And a few nights ago it was in the wrong place to be Arcturus at that time. So it's kind of like it's pretending to be a star, and it's moving to a position of a star after I notice it's not at a position of a star. So it's weird. It's kind of mimicking the star's positions only at certain times, but not always. So I don't know what this is. Is this a satellite? No, I checked heavens above. There are no satellites visible in our area on the nights I saw it before last night. So it's not a satellite. Is it I don't know, a plane or helicopter? I don't think they'd move that slowly, and they didn't make a noise. It didn't have a blinking light like a plane or a helicopter, so no, I don't think it's those either. I don't know what this is, but it's just a interesting, you know, little footage of a strange object in the sky I had to show you guys. So that's the end of this investigation. I got some good results. I wouldn't say I got great results, but, you know, I got some good footage of stuff, and this camera definitely helped a lot this time. And I was able to actually capture a brief footage of the weird UFO I've been seeing in the morning around 2 a.m. I got to keep an eye on that from my bedroom window when I'm doing investigations, because it's the only time or place I can see it. It's a really early in the morning type thing. You don't notice it in the middle of the night. You don't notice it early in the night. You don't even notice it around midnight. It's a 1 to 2 a.m. phenomena. It's the strangest thing. It's moving so low in the sky, I don't know what it is. We've had reports of a drone in our state, and maybe it's that, but it's just a very strange sighting. I'm glad the investigation came out the way it did. This camera definitely helped it. I had a lot of fun doing it. I hope you enjoyed this investigation. Damien Nicavada out.